I ask creators the kind of questions HR would definitely approve of. Then I throw in a few wildcards just to keep them guessing. This week's guest is... the Horror Cat Dad. And it is a Horror Cat Dad. Not me, but this guy. Hey, Larry, how you doing? Thanks for joining us.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me, Matt.
Oh, I really appreciate you doing this. For people who haven't seen this before, the first part of this is imagine YouTube is a job interview, and you're kind of seeing where you fit and what department of YouTube you would work in, or what department of the job, quote unquote, you would work in. And then the second half, I ask you things that you've never been asked before that make no sense whatsoever. This time, just for you, Larry, I've got some would you rather questions.
Oh.
And I've also got 1,000 emergency questions too. We're not going to get through all 1,000 now, but I've refined this. This is going to be a fine art. And who better than just one of my favorite people on YouTube, one of my favorite people for full stop, just lovely, lovely person that you are. I'm gonna start off, just get straight into it and say, what inspired you to start doing YouTube? Like, does it reflect who you are off camera?
Honestly, so I'll start with the first question. I started YouTube just because I review action figures and stuff like that and collectibles, and I would just talk people's ear off, like my wife for one, and some of my friends as well, and they would just kind of like, they all kind of, why don't you do a YouTube channel and review this stuff? And at first I was just kind of, I don't know if I could. And then the more I thought about it, the more I was watching some of my favorite content creators. It was just like, maybe I can do it, and if nobody, if I have like maybe one or two people watching, that'd be pretty cool, But the fact that I'm at where I'm at now, I'm still super like shocked by it. So it's how it reflects me in real life. I mean, I'm more of a quiet, introverted, keep to myself. I'm not, I don't know. I'm a little bit different in person. I'm a lot more quiet and to myself.
Do you think that that your channel has a personality then, like that kind of your quietness, your calmness, that you're sort of because that's what appeals to me about your channel, is like it's like it feels like a little safe haven for me. Like I always like just kicking back and watching your videos, and I always learn something new, and I always go, oh, I always come away a little bit jealous because you have such amazing taste in figures. But do you think that the channel has a personality that people have sort of gravitated towards? Do you get like-minded people like connecting with you?
Yeah, for sure. I think and that's what I really, what's made me continue to keep doing it, because it's just like all the people that have come to my channel and commented and become a part of like the community, and I feel like everybody that comments is like a friend. I've grown to know a lot of people like yourself. There's Don, several people that just are repeat commenters and stuff like that, and I like I said, I wasn't expecting anything from when I started, and I like the fact that people can come, be, kind of just enjoy themselves and relax. Like I know people that tell me they watch my videos on the big screen at home, just on a chill out. So it's interesting to hear that and be like, wow, that's pretty cool. I'm just rambling about horror collectibles, you know what I mean? And it's just really cool. It's really cool to me, and I like the fact that if they give her that feedback, that it's you feel like it's a safe haven. I feel like everybody that comments and stuff like that is pretty cool people. Like they're really chill people, and that's me. I guess that part of me does spill over from real life, is that I'm a very chill person for the most part.
Yeah, I think, from sort of an outsider's perspective, or like I guess as like a friend's perspective, that's something I definitely think you see it in your channel and they see it in you personally. That those two things kind of do overlap, in my opinion, and that's I think that's quite um, unusual on YouTube because it means often things are like loud and aggressive and kind of in your face, or if you don't like it, if this is too spicy for you, this is too hardcore for you, and it's just like a bit.
Yeah.
Yours is kind of the antidote to that. Just really, like, I guess, just cool. I don't know what the kids say these days, vibes. Um, um, and
Chill AF. I don't know.
chill, yeah, something like that, man. I don't know, but definitely that has naturally happened as you've built up the people watching and the people getting involved. And I know, like, when we do watch parties and things together, and like with Don as our free BB, the three blind bitches that we are. Um, we should do like a was it like a oh, man, we need to think of something. But I guess that also does that cross over with collaborators as well. So, like, what sort of qualities do you look for when you want to do a video with someone, or someone wants to do a video with you? Um, are you like, do you look for certain qualities in them? Do you think this is probably somebody I'll get along with, or has it just naturally happened? Like, how's it? How is that? How does that actually happen for people who maybe are thinking of starting and haven't really found that group? It must seem a bit strange.
Yeah. So, well, for one, the first person I ever streamed with was Don, like Night Owl Movie Talk. He was the one that he came to me and was like, "Hey, would you want to do a watch party for Predator?" And I had never done, that was my face reveal. I had never, because if you watch my channel, it's mostly my hands and the figures or the collectibles. I don't really show my
Mhm.
face unless it's like obviously a live stream. But I was very much for the longest time like just not showing my face or anything. You'll see my cats and stuff like that, but um, no, yeah, it's one of those things where I felt comfortable with Don because we had already been kind of back and forth, in the comments of his videos and my videos, and I felt like this guy he reminded me of my friends back home, and
Mm.
that was the thing with him. And then I think the next person that had invited me on to stream with them was Gareth, I believe. And
Mm.
I was nervous about it because I've only kind of watched his channel and I was in the chats and stuff. So for him to ask me, I was just like, I'm like, really? Like,
Yeah.
I was very surprised by that. And then, you asked me, and it's like, it's one of those things where like, there's been times where, yeah, I kind of have, I'm weary, but then like other
Mm.
people, like you and I, same thing. You and I had kind of commented back and forth in chats and stuff like that, and then on Instagram and stuff. So we're like, I was comfortable with you. There's
Yeah.
other there's other
It
people
takes a
that
bit
I
of
have
time.
chatted or gotten on live streams with, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know what to expect. And me, I'm a naturally I'm a very weary person, so it's
Yeah.
just kind of like I kind of get reserved until I start feeling comfortable with the person, and then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then if I like somebody's videos and stuff like that and the way they handle themselves on their streams and on their content, then yeah, like that's the other aspect of it where I'll invite them on to live stream with me, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, there is a bit of like I kind of watch and see what they, now if somebody just out of nowhere asks me to be on their show, it's kind of like, okay, well, I need to watch their stuff and see kind of if it's going to be,
Yeah.
what am I in store for, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit of due diligence is probably a good idea. Just in case you go on and they're like, "So you really hate this type of person," and you're like, "What? Well, that's not what I signed up for. I don't hate anybody." um, I've kind of been sometimes because I get really enthused and really like excited about something. I've sometimes signed up for things and then gone, "Oh, I'm not sure whether this was a good idea." Um,
Yeah,
but
luckily that hasn't happened. That hasn't happened to me. But most of the time, like I'm like that. I get excited, like, oh wow, like, this person wants me to be on their channel, whether the channel is like a bigger channel or somebody that's got
Yeah.
like, lesser subscribers and stuff. I mean, for me, I'm just like, wow, I'm just surprised somebody wants me on their stream. You know what I mean? Or wants to
Same.
ask me
Yeah.
stuff. You know?
Well, I mean, that's why me, and Don turned down the 3BB Mr. Beast collaboration. We were just like, he doesn't fit with our brand. Like, we're not into knockoff chocolate and drinks with lead in them, allegedly. Um,
Or poorly made toys.
yeah, we're just not. It's not our scene. If you start moving the toy and it's a terrible mold and the joints are terrible, you're not going to stand for that. That's one thing I've learned from your videos. Your calm rants. so
Yeah,
so
I
do you?
mean, it's
No,
it's
go ahead.
hard. It's hard for me to just like, it's kind of like I kind of know from being in toy groups and stuff like that. I kind of know what certain manufacturers. I'm like, okay, I kind of know what I'm getting into. So
Yeah,
when I do my videos, I kind of, before I start recording and I get the figure out of the box, I do preemptive, like slowly start like moving the joints. I'm like, okay, this seems pretty smooth and stuff like that. I don't do it too much because I want my natural reaction when I review the figure.
yeah. It's a balance, isn't it? I always feel like I said earlier on, I learn things when I watch a channel, but there's like a spontaneity. You want to have a bit of spontaneity there as well. I'm sometimes a bit like that with watching movies for watch parties. Sometimes I like to go into it and kind of pretend I'm doing a live Mystery Science Theatre, or and sometimes that goes well. And sometimes it doesn't. Um, so, um, so do you think that do you ever try and kind of balance or try and follow any trends? Like, do you try and look at what you're doing and go, oh, this is more popular now, I'll try and do that? Or are you would that just not be being true to what you were doing in the first place, is like what you actually wanted to put on your channel and let people come to you, kind of thing?
So I'll give you a great example of that. My highest viewed figure is a John Matrix Commando figure. It's got like
Hmm.
20,000 views. Um, and that might be little to some people. I mean, to me,
No,
that's
no,
like I'm like that's
that's
crazy.
yeah, that's huge,
The
man.
the weird thing about that is I did it like a year ago, and literally like 6 months after I released it, that's when it blew up. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like it just out of
Yeah,
nowhere, it just started like like just climbing and climbing and climbing. I'm like, wow, like it wasn't even the
yeah.
anniversary of Commando. Like the
It is
anniversary.
it is really weird. I'll give you an example of an even weirder one with that, where I had I've just re-edited it because I'm ultra paranoid about YouTube at the moment. But it
Mhm.
was some schematics and and I broke down how Jim Carrey tested the Mr. Limpet. It was going to be a Mr. Limpet animated film, a new one with Jim Carrey in it. And I put that on, and for 6 months it had 20 views. And then after 6 months, it shot up within a month to 150K.
Wow.
And I've ended up deleting it. I literally deleted it. But the frustrating thing is that that's not got a lot to do with me and the videos I normally put on my channel. So in a way, it felt a little bit like, oh, this is great. It's adding hours and watches and all this kind of stuff. But then also I was like, I'd have to do something completely different to what I'm doing to sustain something like that. And plus, no one was watching it for 6 months. How do I know what happened? How did that happen? Was it a glitch in the John Matrix? But I guess what we're both saying, I suppose, is that it feels very arbitrary, random, whatever you want to call it. It just seems to just be like, this one's going up and this one's not, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
mad.
mean, because no, I mean, for like I said, for one of those, for that video, I mean, obviously it's not horror related, but it's something that I grew up on
Yeah,
was
that's
Commando. I
horror
love that.
elements in it, doesn't it? I mean, it's like there's violence, I guess.
Oh yeah, the violent elements in it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's just I didn't really, I, it's weird with my videos because I really, the only times I really watch them is when I'm editing them. That's
Yeah.
the only time. Like it's weird. I can't go back and watch after the fact. You know what I mean?
A lot of people have said that to me. It's a bit like when I was a kid and I used to want to do like take things on radio and pretend to be a DJ. And then you hear your voice back and you're like, who the hell is that guy? Like, who the fuck is that guy? But no, like who like you're just embarrassed to hear yourself. You think you sound like, and that was the swinging hits of the 70s, but it's like this high voiced, pimply teen. And you're like,
But nasally and
yeah, and you get your word, you're like, yeah, and I'm like, but when you're editing, you have to get over that, don't you? You have to listen to yourself. You have to be objective. And in a
mhm.
way, I think, do you think it's probably good for your confidence to hear yourself when you're editing and go, oh, this bit works, as well as this bit I can leave out. But you can't leave out all of it just because you're like, oh, I hate the way I sound, so I'm not having any of me in it.
Well, no, I mean I mean, what else is it gonna be? Just my hands like doing stuff,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, just
like
like miming.
yeah, miming everything. Just
yeah,
point at this, and you
yeah,
have to assume your mind has to take over and assume what I'm trying to
yeah,
get
yeah.
across. No,
Unless you learn sign language, I guess.
yeah, that too. I mean, I might have to do that. Taste the algorithm,
Yeah,
right, and do that.
yeah,
No, no, I mean, that's the other thing too. Like, I don't do scripts or anything. Like, everything is just what I'm doing. Like, it's off the cuff. Like, what I'm thinking
Mm,
at that point. Um, that's why I'll go into like a tangent of like a story because that's me. That's who I am. Like, I'll go into a story, be like, oh, I saw this at this age, and I remember this. I was in this situation when I was doing this. I feel like that
mm.
makes it more like personable. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
I do. It feels genuine. Um, because there's a lot of stuff where it's like, "What's up, guys?" And like,
I
for
mean,
me,
I
that
I
doesn't.
have a basic. There are some certain things that I do say that I'm comfortable with at this point when I do like
Yeah,
my intro, my outro. Like, I already have like it's scripted, but not really because I'm not reading off of anything. It's just in my
I
head.
think
Like,
that's it. Actually, I think that is to go to completely argue against what I just said. I do think that you have to have something there that links to your personality quickly, so people can connect to you and then return to you. So, like, there's something familiar that you might say, or catch. The problem with me is my memory's so bad, I forget what I've said, and I go, "Oh, that was really good. I'll say that again," and then I never say it again. But like, say like Al, for example, every video's "Adios, Bela Lugosi,"
mhm.
and like I like that. That gives me like a warm feeling in my no, it doesn't. It gives me it just makes I'm like, oh, that's what he says. He said the thing.
Yeah.
Um, so it's trying to find that. I think somebody said this recently. I was watching a video earlier on, and this guy was saying like, oh, the reason that it dropped off was because people like the videos, but sooner or later they're going to have to find out who your personality. They're going to have to connect to your personality. Like, people will know who you are eventually. So you have to kind of present that in a way that is open and honest, but also engaging.
Hmm.
You come
No,
on and
for
you're like,
sure.
yeah, you're very negative about your own channel, then no one's going to watch it.
Yeah. I mean, like, I take up a lot of pride in my channel, and everything is set up the
Yeah,
way
you
it's
should
set
do,
up
man.
because like I look at it as like, what do I want to see on somebody's channel? You know what I mean? So it's kind of
Yeah,
like I have that in mind. Not that if people were to give me like positive or any sort of feedback or anything, I'm great. I'm definitely very appreciative of whether it's bad like negative feedback or
yeah,
positive feedback. I'm just like, okay, cool, thanks. Unless then you unless there's the ones where it's like, hey bro, cut your nails, and I'm just like
yeah,
that out of all
yeah.
that video that was like 13, 14, 15 minutes long, that's what you got from the whole video.
Yeah,
Those
this is what I mean. It's
those
sometimes it's not what you say; it's how you say it. And
yeah.
in some cases, it is actually what you say. It's just like you didn't need to say that.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, I was like,
I
okay,
mean,
I'm aware. I just hadn't gotten to it. You know what I mean? Like, but
yeah,
at the same time, it's like those are the kind of comments that I kind of just like, it is what it is. I mean,
yeah. I
like,
got a
if
hold
that's
of the calls for swearing too much in a video. I got like a 6 or 7 paragraph comment about my swearing and how I was going to go to hell and how disappointed they were in me. And
Well,
yeah, I can't remember what I put back, but yeah.
you should have said like, I'm going there already for way worse.
Well, my first thought was just to blow fuck off. But I stopped myself because I was like, I was only doing that to be funny, whereas they take it really seriously. Yeah. So yeah, I just stopped myself doing that, and I just said, well, this is what I said, and this was the context, and blah 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 blah. So yeah, do you think sometimes that there is a worry about, maybe not so much with your stuff, because I don't know, I'm not going to answer it for you. Do you think anyone's ever watched one of your videos and misunderstood what the point of the channel was?
I
don't think so for you, because you've got quite a clear like brand and look and style that you'd have to be pretty not very switched on to go like, oh, I wanted to watch the entire Commando film, not look at a figure. Like,
or it could have been like, oh, he that those poor cats, he tortures his cats, and he's exposing them on his channel and stuff. Yeah, it's just I mean, I don't know. I haven't gotten any comments like that, so I wouldn't think so. I did get some feedback. Like maybe I should not do like cat stuff, just because of it might, well, just because of like YouTube algorithm, it might not,
okay.
it might clash with what I'm doing, with what I'm trying to do. So that's why for a while I took that into consideration, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. It was a positive. It wasn't like, no, you shouldn't do cat stuff whatsoever. So that's why for the longest time I'll do photos in my posts. I'll put photos of my cats along with stuff like that. And every now and again I'll do a short and I'll put like my cats in it, or there was one video where actually I think a couple of videos where one of my cats, Switch, she makes an appearance, because I was just like, oh man, I'm just gonna put her in there because she was there while I was filming, so it's like hey, you're on camera, and
however, like that is your literally this help. The other argument is to find a niche. The channel is called the Horror Cat Dad. To have horror and cats in it, it would not be a massive surprise,
right? Right, but it's because there's been some shorts where I just do like nothing horror related.
Cats.
It's just my cats, So that's the feedback that they gave me, and I took it into consideration. I was like, yeah, that makes sense and stuff like that. So
I guess they're not like more dogs.
Yeah. No cats. We just want dogs.
Yeah, this Horror Cat Dad channel seems to be a lack of dog representation.
There's no turtles. What's going on?
Yeah. That's what I've always meant to ask you. Is there like a really good figure of Jonesy from Alien? Because I thought you'd be the guy to know.
Not that there
isn't,
Not that I've seen one, but if anybody would do one, actually, I'd have to go back and look at some older NECA figures from Alien. Maybe there is. I mean, NECA's done some great cat.
That's what I was thinking. Sure. Yeah,
because they released one with the Vincent Price figure, and that one looks really cool. Now they just painted it.
Jonesy's a huge character, really.
They should just do like one of Jonesy, but a bigger 7-inch figure.
Like a Battle Cat Cringer sort of size.
Yeah, and then just have like a bunch of armor on it and everything.
Battle Jonesy, yeah.
Or awesome. Like dress up like a one of the Space Marines.
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought you meant like Battle Cat, but yeah, in the yellow,
yeah.
That would be actually amazing.
I'd definitely buy that.
Yes, yeah. Even though I'm allergic to cats, I don't think they'd make it with real cat hair, so it should be fine.
No. Yeah. Are you kidding me? People would revolt. NECA would go down in flames if they did that. Real cat hair?
I'd die, man. That'll be an interesting unboxing. So do you think that like part of your channel is like if you in the word? Okay, so when I do cultural fit questions in like schools and education environments, there's like these different defined roles that people sometimes fall into, like leader, innovator, entertainer, organizer. Like, do you think there's like a kind of area that your channel or you would naturally fall into? Do you think like it's there for entertainment purposes or to like more help people kind of understand, like sort of lead them and teach them about it, or how would you think that? What sort of role would you put it in?
I think I would be a combination of entertainment and I guess sort of like education in a way. Uh
Yeah,
just because yeah, it's entertainment because like, it's like I like the watch parties or not watch parties, but the live streams I do, like where it's just me and basically buddies like hanging out, you know what I mean? And we're just like talking about
yeah,
everything and anything and it goes like off the rails everywhere.
mm.
There's that part of it's entertainment, the entertainment of people that are like collectors that are like, oh, like, I get comments as well where it's like, oh man, I'm living vicariously through your collection, because
Oh, that's amazing.
so stuff like that, like that, I'm like, oh, cool, like that's pretty cool that you enjoy watching, and yeah, you might not have the resources to get this collectible, but you enjoy seeing it, being opened up, you seeing and unboxed and stuff like that. So that stuff like that, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I see that as like as also partially entertainment, but at the same time, like when I do have a figure that's or a collectible that's like not the best, I give my honest opinion.
Yeah,
It's
you
like
do. Yeah.
I when I had issues with the Van Helsing figure that I was super super excited for, I just had to, I had to be honest because it was a train wreck in my opinion. It was just like I was so hyped for that figure, and but I want people to know like, hey, like if you get this, keep in mind you might have to deal with this, and
Right. Yeah.
because I was not expecting that. Like up until that point, I think the last stuff that I had gotten that was bad was like I think it was like the some other box or something, I can't remember. And then every so often there's been like accessories that I'm like trying to mess with and stuff like that, and then they'll just like snap. And I'm like, oh great, you know.
Yeah.
Or they're just
Yeah.
super stiff that you have to use like a hair dryer to heat up the joints or hot water to heat up the joints, like with the thing dog figure. The
Mm.
same thing, like, and they even gave you instructions. The instructions actually say in the booklet that you have to use warm water or hair dryer. So I was like,
That's that's crazy, really,
yeah,
for the amount of money. And like you say, people who are vicariously, like for example, I would love to have the Dr. Dan figure, the Halloween 3 figure, but if I was to choose someone to have and look after him for me, it would be you. Take care of him. Take care of that alcoholic philanderer. Look
the
after him.
two left feet too.
Yeah.
Who has two left feet apparently?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's
I, sh-
um he's got a lot of problems. Let's put it that way.
I should have asked him when I met him. I said like, hey, do you have
Yeah,
two left feet? I'm just
yeah.
curious because somebody
You didn't,
misrepresenting you over here.
and then before you knew it, you were in a hotel room with him. You didn't even know how it happened. It's just like, Dr. Dan, how did you how did you do this? That's not true, by the way, guys. That did not happen. Tom Atkins, do not at us. Um, Tom Atkins watching this going, I did not seduce that man. Um, so, um, what part of the creative process then do you enjoy the most? Like, is it the editing, the soundtrack? Because I know you're really into music, and I like the way you use the sort of the rights free music that's often really futuristic sounding and just very very cool, but also like the filming, the editing, the audio, the angles, or the research, or what part of it is the most fun?
The most fun, honestly, the most fun is the editing,
Mm.
because I feel like when I'm editing, I'm creating something out of raw footage, you know. Uh that's the part that's the part that I enjoy, the like that I mean, not just that, I mean, I enjoy the final product when, when people are, commenting on it and
Mm.
saying that they enjoy it and stuff like that, seeing like people's like, that's why I think I've said this before in like live streams or stuff like that, that when somebody comments, I'm going to give them a legit reply. Like, I'm just like, oh, thanks. Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks. Like I'll give like a full paragraph of like, just because I feel like they took the time to comment and watch the video, like they deserve a legit answer.
that's
But
really cool.
but that's the thing. Like for me, I love the editing part of it, not the thumbnails, but the actual editing the video. Because I'll
Well,
be go ahead.
no, 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 no. You're halfway through. Go.
No, I mean that goes from like, okay, what am it's basically, I'm in my head like, what am I thinking for this? How do I want it to, like even my intro like logo, the
Mm.
color. I look at it, okay, so I look at that, I'm like, what is this figure, the all that stuff, what is it telling me? What color do I want to use? So then there's that, and then I use the effects throughout, like, okay, what am I feeling here, like, what kind of effect am I using? Like there's like a smoke effect that I'll use like in transitions and stuff like that, because I
That is
feel like,
fun, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, because before I felt like the transitions that I would use were just kind of boring, and I
Mm.
was just like, well, I feel like I need something there. And then before, in my older videos, I would just have like the beginning music and no music throughout the video, and then I would just
Mm.
have outro music. And then I started thinking to myself, it's like, well, whenever I have dead air, like I don't want it to just be dead air. And then and stuff like that, and then even
That is a
even
tricky decision, though. That is a tricky decision. I wrestle with that one too on things. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, even now, like even going into, like nowadays, as opposed to my old videos, now I have like B-roll footage showcasing the figure, and that part of it is even more so I get excited for, because it's like I do it in different poses, and in my head I'm like thinking up these different things, and then like I'll compare the figure to another figure, and then I kind of do a little mock-up, have them in a scene or fighting each other or something, like where they're on the lazy Susan or whatever, it's the turntable,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just the music going through that. Like I think about that too. Like what do I want to do for this figure? Like what music sounds like goes with it for me. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So all that part is
Definitely.
just is that's the part of the creative part that really gets me excited.
Well, just hearing you talking about it is like it just shows like the attention to detail, and it really does. It's I notice it definitely, and I'm sure lots and lots of other people notice it too. Is it that helps you like to keep uploading and keep motivated? Because I know I've had my ups and downs. Like for example, I made two videos recently that I got. They were both an hour and a half long. I took a long time editing them, and then when I went to do something to them, they both files corrupted and I lost them all. And I was just like, part of me was like, right, I'm just not doing anything. I'm just going to stop for a bit while I get my head straight. Um, it, how do you, or how would you kind of suggest to other people who like maybe are struggling to keep motivated and maybe want to just like stop uploading or whatever? I mean, and that's fine if they do want to stop. Like it's up to, that's up to them. But what I'm saying is like, how do you keep motivated in that area?
Um, well, I mean, I did. I have gotten burned out before. I think last year I was pumping out two videos a week, not to mention like shorts and everything. So at one
Hmm.
point I did have to take a break and take a step back, and I
Yeah, it's
wasn't
the right
always.
thing to do.
Yeah, that. So I think once you get to the point where you're just like you're feeling frustrated with trying to like upload something, like, oh man, I gotta, It's because I mean
Yeah.
I have a regular job as well, so it's like for me it's like okay, so I'm if I'm thinking to myself like what I got to get this video out by Wednesday, I got to get this video out by Friday, I have these shorts that I got to edit and I got to put online. Like if it once it starts getting to that point and it's affecting like your life outside of work too, you know, where it's just like your personal life where you're not enjoying it, it's more like frustration. That's when I say you should
Mm.
just take a break. And I mean just kind of, you know, and you're your own person. You take however long you want. I can't tell you like, oh, just take a couple of days. I mean, I took
Yeah.
like a month, I think, when it happened to
Mm.
me, and I just okay, like I started reassessing, and I was like, okay, I can
Mm.
right now, like I'm just gonna do one video a week or one video every other week, you know, whatever I can handle, and just kind of
Yeah.
you know get 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 back into the groove of it. But to stay motivated now is just more of like since I already have that groove again, I get motivated by the people like, oh, you know, I by the comments, like seeing people that react to it. You know, I'm like, wow, that's cool. You know, um,
Yeah. Yeah. Like
like yourself.
if it's not fun, then
Yeah,
don't do it.
yeah, exactly. Like I mean, if I'm like, because I film everything, you know, in the man cave, so it's kind of like if I'm like dreading, like, oh man, I got to film this, so I got to film that, then I know that like, okay, I need to take a break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
because normally
Definitely.
I enjoy unboxing, you know, the figures. Yeah, I put them all back in the boxes afterwards, most of them anyway. But I enjoyed getting them out and seeing them. You know, like I can give you an example, like the Metaluna Mutant that I recently reviewed. That was something that I was super excited for when they announced it, and even before they announced it, I was like, man, it'd be cool if they did a Metaluna Mutant. Like I would really like to get one because I've seen older ones, and I'm like, well, if I get those, I can't really get it out of the packaging and stuff. And this one, when they announced this, I was like, oh man, I was super happy. I was super excited, and so when I went to go review it, I was just like super excited to get it out of the box and like mess with it. You know, it's just I don't know. It's just one of
Yes.
those things where like I do actually enjoy that part of it of actually like getting them out of the box, reviewing them, you know, that sort of thing. And but that's
That
what
comes across. Yeah, that comes across for sure.
and that's what keeps me going is just like this people seeing the videos and actually like you know they're saying something relatable to it or they're enjoying seeing that, you know, and I'm like, that's cool, you know, like I like that people are feeling. I guess I look at it as like people that are commenting on it and like saying like I think I had somebody recently comment about that figure in particular. Oh, I wish they would have added an interocitor as an accessory, and I didn't even think about that. And I was like, oh man, that's great. And I commented back, it's like, man, it'd be funny if they had like Brack in the photo and all this stuff. And but it see what I mean? It's like it's but they also said it's a must have regardless. And I'm like, yeah, it definitely that sort of stuff gets me excited, you know.
Yeah, that's really cool, man. And that, like I was saying, that really does come across. And I think that if somebody's passionate about what they're doing and the motivation comes from that, their interests, you know, it's a creative endeavor. And I feel that if people don't have a creative endeavor, and that can be anything, it could be an interest in a sports team or making a diary, writing a diary, or going for walks or painting or anything where you're kind of exercising your brain to be interested in something. And I think if you don't have that, I think that's when bitterness sets in and people kind of get frustrated or sort of bitter. And
Hmm.
yeah, it's really nice to see people who have that side to them. So I think I can safely say when it comes to the cultural fit questions, you have passed with flying colours. You are allowed to continue your channel. So we're going to take a little break, and we're going to come back with some absolutely insane questions. Okay, we're back. That was quick. So I've got questions here. I would not recommend. There are 1 to 1,000, but I would recommend not nothing from 990 onwards, because they're the ones that are kind of to end conversations. So Have you got a number? Pick a number, any number.
I'm gonna go with my favorite number, 13.
13. Okay. Ooh. Okay, we'll do this one. If you had to marry a Muppet, so if you had to, which Muppet would you marry?
I'm trying to think outside of Miss Piggy, like who else would there be? I mean, there's like ones from Fraggle Rock, I guess, but
yeah. Well, one of the Gozers. No, Gozers?
One of the
Gozer?
the Dana Gozer.
Yeah.
The gatekeeper, I guess.
I mean, mine would be animal. No.
I guess I guess Miss Piggy. I guess I don't know. Or Smurfette. I don't know.
Yeah. Is Smurfette a Muppet?
No. I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm just trying to think. Like, what other female Muppets are out there? That's.
I mean, are they? Well, are they male and female though? Or are they all just asexual anyway?
Well, I mean, didn't Kermit and Miss Piggy get married?
I don't know, man. I never saw them consummate a marriage though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. At least I didn't see that video. I know when in the sort of 90s when there was a lot of tapes got leaked. Pamela Anderson and stuff. I don't know if Piggy and Kermit's one ever got out.
I guess I'll be boring. I'll do Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy, literally. Okay. Well, why not? There's something to do with pork. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Next, next question.
26.
26. Oh, we'll not have this one. Okay, this is not like a funny one, but it's an interesting one. What's the best advice you've ever received and ignored? So someone's giving you good advice.
Wow.
You recognize it's good, but you didn't listen to it anyway.
It was it was not continue with my ex.
Okay. Right.
That's probably the best advice I could have taken that I did not, and then
okay, I got you.
Then that went on way longer than it should have.
Right, got you. Okay, I was thinking when I wrote that.
Serious here. We're getting
this is serious. We can go serious because the next well, I'll bounce onto another one that's straight underneath it as well. So, does sex with a robot count as cheating on your partner?
No.
No. Do you think your partner would agree?
Well, so wouldn't that be like sex toys then? Wouldn't that be considered that?
What, robot? I don't know if it has a mind, like an artificial intelligence.
So
mind,
is it a
like
robot?
Sex with RoboCop? No. That was what popped into my mind.
Johnny Five.
Johnny. He'd be like spinning around. More input.
Oh man. No, well, that's why you got to think about it. So, like, are we thinking like Terminator, or are we thinking like, are we thinking like a cyborg, like like something out of Blade Runner, like a replicant?
Yeah,
because they had the pleasure models, or are we just thinking just a robot? Like, are we thinking R2-D2? I mean,
yeah, like a trash can or like a super sexy. Yeah, and like I know, like that scene in Terminator, in the first Terminator, watching that and my parents being in the room. Oh my word! I was like, no.
When Arnie was butt naked, or
the one near the beginning, the Michael Bean one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, you make a good point. So I guess the answer is yes if they're sexy robots. No, if they're a trash
like the
can.
fembots in Austin Powers.
Yeah,
Definite
yeah,
yes.
yeah, that's cheating. Okay. um, okay, next question.
39.
39. Okay, okay. Okay, so if you could have a part of the human body named after you, what would it be? So, for example, like the hole in the penis could be like the Larry's eye.
Oh man. Um,
Like, I don't want to be the butthole. I don't want to be like,
no,
oh
I don't
yeah,
want to be that.
the mat. You know?
Uh, I guess maybe I don't know. That's a nuts question, man.
It is. Maybe it's a part of the body that nobody ever talks about. That would do that, we got it, something like that. But
I
yeah,
guess if anything, maybe the ankle. I guess
yeah, that's it. I broke my Larry. I shattered my Larry. Yeah,
that's pretty good.
yeah,
I shattered my Larry.
yeah.
I'm gonna start
Could
using
be.
that in conversation.
You could have done larynx. It's almost the same.
Ah, yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
I could have
Or
had like a
collarbone.
metatarsal.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, is that toe or the finger? I can't remember. The metatarsals. I don't know.
The metacarpals are the fingers, right? No. Phalanges, right? Are the
Oh man.
fingers? I
I
think
don't
so.
know. I don't want to name anything off after me if I don't know what they actually are. Just confuse everybody.
I base off my knowledge. I base my knowledge off of movies, so it's like I think I heard somewhere the phalanges or fingers or something like that.
Yeah, phalange. But then there's, I think, like the medical is like metacarpals and metatarsals, fingers and toes. But I'm not sure which is which. Just because I think tarsal is toe.
Mm.
Because I remember a footballer breaking his metatarsal before a game and he couldn't play, but he would have been able to play if he broke his metacarpal. So yeah, and carpal
Well,
tunnel as well. Is yeah,
well, we all
big,
know we all know we need our big toe. So
yeah, yeah.
Sergeant Holka. He's our big toe.
He is. He's the so. Okay, moving on. Next.
Let's see. Trying to think. 52.
52. I like that you're doing some of the lower ones. Okay. Would you rather? Oh, literally, I was just about to move on to the would you rather's, and we're on anyway. So, would you rather have a tongue that could taste impending danger, or would you rather get a free iPhone every year for life? So your tongue could taste impending danger. About,
Yes. I rather have a tongue that can taste impending danger, because I could sell that. I can be like, you know what? I mean, I guess I could sell the iPhone too, but I don't. I'm an Android guy, so it's
yeah, you're an Android. Yeah, that's why you knew so much about having sex with robots.
I know the classifications. That's why I like.
Yeah, you were like, it's not cheating. It's not cheating. Just let me. Okay. So yeah, so I'm just trying to work that one out. So tasting impending danger. Like even if you were in the army and you were like, they're like, when are they going to attack us? It's been months, and you'd just be like, about 20 minutes.
So would it be like just the air, or do I like I go up to like
Well,
like a fence pole and be like, I think it's gonna be like
yeah.
I'm sensing about an hour.
Well, it's up to you. It's your question. So you decide if it's you actually have to go around licking everything, or whether you can just taste it in the air.
Or it's
I
just,
don't
or
know.
it'd be interesting if it's just whatever I eat, like the dead zone, wherever he touches somebody,
Yeah.
it hits them. So like I'm eating a bowl of chili and all of a sudden it's like, oh,
You're
or
like, my God,
I'm drinking
Berlin
water.
Wallace. No,
It's
that's
like
not a good example.
you're
But
gonna have a headache.
Yeah, yeah, you're eating ice cream or something. And you're like, my God, the
The brain
there's a
freeze is
kid.
coming.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's a kid 4 doors away who's gonna bump his head. Yeah, yeah. It'd be like really low. You'd hear everybody's impending danger or just your own. Do you think? Because if it was everybody's, it'd be like when Daredevil gets overwhelmed and he can hear everything around him, and he's like,
Yeah.
too much. I can't deal with all this. You'd just be
Yeah,
literally like,
the sensory overload. Yeah,
yeah, like
yeah, I
people
would
doing
imagine that would be maddening.
DIY. They're putting up a shelf, and you're like, no, ow. He's just drilled his. He's gonna drill his arm.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm curious, like, if I was to market that and be like, like, I guess you could help like firefighters and, police and stuff like that, or the government or whatever, if you're wanting to help the government, stuff like that. It's just something where, I just feel it for
Mm,
myself, like, oh, there's a storm
yeah.
coming, or, oh man, this huge bill I'm gonna get in the mail for God knows what.
Well, it's your gift, so you can decide how selfish you want to be with that gift, I guess.
or
With great,
or it's one of
yeah,
or it's one of those things where it's like, you sell it like, oh, I can tell when impending doom is coming for a certain person. It's like,
yeah, and not tell them.
give me your wallet, and like lick their wallet. It's like, oh, it's coming soon. Like, I'd have to have
Yeah,
an item of theirs that I'd have to, like, go.
yeah, you're like you're basically like a sniffer dog.
Yeah.
Just like you're like just go. So you have to lick everything, which is pretty gross.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I don't know if I don't know. I'd rather stick to the iPhone, I guess.
iPhone. Yeah, we're taught
Yeah.
ourselves around. Yeah.
At
Okay,
first, I was
so
like, oh, that's kind of cool, but then I was like, if I have
and the
to
more
lick
the
stuff,
licking everything, it's a lot of licking. I find that I
yeah.
get quite dry mouth anyway. So like the idea of going around licking everything.
But then if you want to keep yourself, like, not dry mouth, and you keep drinking water, like, oh, I'm like feeling somebody else's, so I can see that being a pain too.
And you drink
You
the
know.
water, and the person who made the water bottle or put the water in it is just about to be in danger.
Yep.
Spit it out.
But then you think about, like, who's it gonna, like? What if it's a person at a store, or a person that you're at somebody's house and like, oh, here's a bottle
Oh
of water.
yeah.
Now, do you feel their impending doom, or do you feel, like you said, the person that bottled the water, or the
Yeah, you're like
person that?
Mr. Yeah. You're like Mr. Evian's in trouble. Like Perrier's in
Mr.
spilled
Dasani,
Perrier.
the Dasani family needs me.
Yeah, you're eating like it's like you're eating like a I don't know, like a cake or something, and like yeah, like I don't know. Do you have Mr. Kipling cakes over there, or like I don't know?
No.
No, I got
Oh,
ding dongs, like
yeah, Little Debbie's. What about Little Debbie?
little
Little Debbie,
little,
she's in
little
trouble.
Debbie's. She's fallen down the well. And you're like, what is it, Larry? And you're like,
I'm sensing Little Debbie needs me.
yeah. Okay, so we're gonna try and move on to this new book. We're gonna do a couple of these to finish off because that was insane. So okay, just I'm gonna do this because they're not numbered. Is just tell me when to stop. Okay, I'm gonna flick someone to stop. You ready? Whatever you want.
Stop.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. If you could make an ice cream or a lolly, like a sucker, out of any sweet or confectionery that currently doesn't have an ice cream or a lolly version, which sweet or confection would you transform into the ice cream or lolly?
Man, that's a good question.
Is
I
it?
would probably do something with peanut butter, because I love peanut butter. I can't eat it much because of my diet, but
I like peanut butter too.
actually, no. You know what I would do? I would probably do salted caramel mocha with some pumpkin spice.
Oh,
Because
I don't think that's an ice cream. I've not seen that as an ice cream. mocha pumpkin spice. Do you know what popped into my head when I was a kid? Before I was on solid food, there was like a baby food I used to eat, and it was
Mhm.
called sunshine orange, and it was just kind of like a slop, like a white slop, like a oatmeal kind of mixed thing. And I can still remember what that tastes like. I would make an ice cream that tastes like that because it was awesome.
The way you made it sound, though, you made it sound like it was horrible.
Oh yeah, because I was like slop. Yeah, slop's not a good.
Slop, oatmeal
Yeah,
slop. It was
yeah, it's
white,
white. It's like cheers.
but it was absolutely
Uh,
delicious.
yeah, but it was absolutely amazing. I'd make it look nicer, and then it'd be bright orange, I guess, because it's called sunshine. Yeah, it was Marlupa. I don't know if this still exists. It was called Marlupa Sunshine Orange. I remember it, seeing it in the. I remember because I've always been very food motivated, and for a little kid to remember I'm not even sure if I could. I could barely speak. I was probably like 25. No. And I remember my mum going into the chemist. You know, you buy specific stuff for babies. You wouldn't just buy them from the shop there. Marlupa Sunshine Orange. Yeah. Apparently it's still going. You can get five of them for £15.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, baby cereal. So yeah, the texture is tailored for little tummies. There you go. I've got a little tummy.
So I guess the term slop didn't take off then.
No, it wasn't called slop. So I've just realised it says on it age 4 to 6 months. Surely I don't remember it from that. That can't be. I'm not like some sort of baby genius, like the film Baby Geniuses.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Oh, so yeah, you're supposed to tell me what star. I was waiting for a number.
Oh,
Okay.
stop.
Ooh. All right. Okay. Would you rather be happy, grumpy, sleepy, bashful, sneezy, dopey, or any of the seven dwarves, or would you rather be an unspecified doctor of my choosing?
Ugh.
Don't trust me.
I'd rather be one of the seven dwarfs.
Because you think I'd make you a proctologist.
I don't know what you'd make me. That's why I'm like I think I'd be one of the.
I don't know.
I'd be
Maybe
one of
like
the.
a. What would I make you? Not a brain surgeon, because like, I don't. You could do some serious damage if you've not done the work. Like, and you just turn up to work one day and you're like, I'm a brain surgeon now. Maybe something where you couldn't do a lot of damage. Well, no, you could maybe be like you could do like breast implant surgery. No, that's not a good idea.
Ugh.
No, Brazilian butt lifts. Um, no, I don't know. You're the doctor who like talks to folks. You're like a head doctor, like a check. Yeah, yeah, that'd be nice. I wouldn't really.
Oh,
Yeah,
so somebody who doesn't really do work, they just like, oh, so this is a problem. Here's the
yeah, you
specialist
just
number.
yeah, you're just kind of like the first person they meet who's like
Here's a
takes.
specialist.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, unless you want a bit more responsibility, in which case you could be like a cardiovascular surgeon if you feel up to the challenge.
I just look at X-rays all day and hand
Yeah,
out like, oh, here's a specialist number.
yeah, you can.
I'll be that guy.
Yeah, you just run around looking busy, looking important, have lots of pens in your pocket, and yeah,
And then
okay,
I'm still grabbing pens from other people. Oh, let me borrow that real quick.
yeah, the same.
And
Yeah, this is important. Right. Okay, last one. We'll do one. We'll do one more. Let's go.
stop.
Okay. Would you rather have free will or own Free Willy on DVD?
Free will. I'd rather have
Free
free
will.
will.
I know, but he does jump over the thing. So spoiler.
I mean, if I had free will, I can,
go and buy free.
I can go Free Willy,
Yeah, you could go and buy Free Willy with your free will.
Yeah,
like no one's stopping you. You're a fully grown adult who, if you wanted to,
I want
like
a whale.
Yeah. Or you could buy the free. Yeah, I just thought the DVD, but like you could buy the whale, I guess, if you wanted to.
It's like I want my own Free Willy. I'm gonna go buy the whale.
Yeah, so you could
I
just
don't know
take
where
your
I'm gonna
headset
come
off
up with
now.
the money,
Yeah, because you thought a lot bigger than me. You thought of it on a bigger scale. Mine was like you could just put your headset down and go to like the supermarket or wherever, the shop, and just buy a copy of Free Willy, or go to Amazon and just be like, use my free will to buy. But you were like, no, I could go to SeaWorld. Which, see, you were all like up for doing it as well. You were like, yeah, I could do that easily.
I just gotta get some investors.
Where you keeping Willy though? Are you just in the back garden? Have you got like a paddling pool, or no?
I'm just gonna wing it. With my free will, I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah, sounds good. Good luck with that. If you want to go on Larry's GoFundMe, where he's going to get himself a whale, then just check out at Horror Cat Dad, at the Horror Cat Dad. So get over onto that channel and subscribe now. Larry, before we go, is there anything coming up that you'd like to share with people? That is not about Free Willy.
I was gonna pimp the GoFundMe, but I mean, you already beat me to it. No, I just just some more figure reviews coming up. I am planning a couple things since we're getting into the almost to October, so I'm hoping to have a few things special in mind for that, and as well as a couple live streams on other people's channels, and so keep an eye out for that, and cool. Even some live streams on my channel. I'm trying to work some magic and find some dates to work with a couple people and see if it works with them. So that'll be awesome. Coming down the pipeline, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, yeah, just same as usual, just cranking out stuff.
Well, I've got a little bit of a plan. I've got a terrible film that not many people have watched, and I want to do more than one watch party of it. I want to get lots of people's reactions to this film, so I might do 6 watch parties of the same film. and so I was hoping that one of them might be you if you're available. So.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, we've done several, so yeah, it's always a good time. Yeah. So
yeah,
I mean,
some pretty bad films. Uncle Sam was good though. The last one we watched together was a good film. Uncle Sam was awesome.
Oh yeah. If anybody watching, says otherwise, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, if you don't appreciate a guy dressed as Uncle Sam on stilts gradually being revealed that he's on stilts from outside someone's bedroom window, then you're a fool.
You're not a fan of the arts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if you're into art and you're into classy things, then check out at the Horror Cat Dad. Larry, once again, thank you so much. Don't go anywhere. I'll say bye to you in a moment. But thanks so much for joining us on The Cultural Fit.
Thank you for having me, man.
Thanks. See you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.